Well, tonight, ahead of Sunday, International Persons with Disability Days, the film Daruma will be shown to New York audiences.
And taking center stage in this groundbreaking film are two disabled actors. Take a look.
We've been neighbors for 3 years, and this is the first time you've been in my kitchen, and it's to ask me for a favor, a huge favor, after you've been nothing but a poo-poo head to me.
Listen, I'll fix your car, and I'll pay you $1,000. Is that fair?
No.
And joining us from the cast this morning is actor John W. Lawson. So good morning, and thanks for being here.
Oh, thank you for having me. We appreciate it.
Well, we're actually very excited to speak about this film. Can you tell us a little bit about Daruma, what the storyline is?
Well, Daruma is about Patrick, a bitter paraplegic who found out that he had a 4-year-old daughter and thought that he could take care of her because he got money to take care of her. He tried and couldn't do it, and then had to take her to the maternal grandparents, which live on the East Coast. And it's a story about family, fathers and daughters, and about love, and more than anything. It's like a survival story and a rescue story. And both of those things make great drama, and you'll laugh some along the way, too.
Okay, yeah, you
that.
can tell from that clip right there, right? But this is the first time a film is led by two disabled actors where disability is not the actual focus of the film. So talk a little bit about that.
Absolutely. As far as we can find out in the research, this is the first film in the history of American filmmaking where both of the lead actors have been authentically cast.
Wow.
And when you look at the population, about 1 in 4 Americans, or 25% according to the last census, have some form of disability. But yet in film and television, less than 2% of those characters are actually written as a character with a disability. And then out of that, a recent study showed that 95% of those roles of that 2% are done by able-bodied actors.
Wow.
So the authentic representation is just not in film and television yet. And so that's why Daruma and the producers that worked to get this done is so groundbreaking.
Well, we need to be better. We need to be better.
Yeah.
Well, who is your character?
I play Robert, who is sort of the crudginest old neighbor that Patrick has to enlist to drive him across country, and in my car because of he doesn't drive now.
Okay.
And as a 4-year-old, she's too young to fly on a plane by herself. And him being in a wheelchair, he doesn't fly because of airlines having trouble taking care of people's wheelchairs.
I see.
So that sets up the process for us to drive across country. And then it's a cross-country road trip where we become a lot better friends and find out about each other. And there's a couple of plot twists along the way, too.
Oh,
So better friends than we see in that clip.
Yeah,
just
and I
talking
might
about.
add, too, that New York's own Abigail Hawk from Blue Bloods
Yeah.
is in the film as well.
That's
and
wonderful.
she plays one of the love interest.
Yeah, oh, wow. Okay.
She might be unrecognizable because she has a dark hair.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah. I
okay.
just saw her at an event there like 2 weeks ago.
I've heard about your event.
The North Shore, yeah. Let's talk about acting was not your original career, right? So how did you pivot away from what you were doing to acting?
Well, I started out playing piano and singing, and I
Okay.
was injured in an electrical accident over 30 years ago and lost both my hands.
Yeah.
And at that time, though, I was doing opera, so it was sort of acting, and got tired of singing in a foreign language and having somebody yell at me in English. So I did a little audition for an under 5 role here in New York 100 years ago and said, you know, I like this better. So kind of pivoted more into acting, and then 30 years ago lost my hands and thought, you know what, as an actor, as a trained actor with disabilities, there'll be plenty of roles for me. And of course I learned better. So for the last 36 years, I've been an advocate for people with disabilities in front of and behind the camera.
Yeah.
Well, how incredibly inspirational you are. I mean, like you said, you started out playing the piano and then you lose your hands.
Yeah.
You know, but look at you now in this film, and also I guess you've also You were just in a production of Inherit the Wind as
Yeah,
well.
it's really interesting. I was at the Pasadena Playhouse in L.A., or in Pasadena. It's sort of the L.A. version of Broadway. And they did a new version of, or a reinvented version of Inherit the Wind, and with a very diverse cast. You know, it's a 1955 Broadway play that was based off the 1925 Scopes Monkey trial, and the polarization that was involved in evolution versus creationism. And in the 1950s, when it was done here in Broadway, it was about brought about polarization and McCarthyism.
I see.
And today, I guess we have some polarization today.
Yeah.
Just a bit.
So the Pasadena Playhouse, you know, had the courage to go back to the estate and bring it forward and represent polarization in what we have today.
All right, John, we are out of time, but it's been a pleasure
Yeah.
talking to you this morning.
Thank you so much, and you can see Daruma tonight
Yeah.
at the Regal Theaters in Union Square.
Awesome. Thank you
Took
so
the
much.
words out of our mouth. There it is.
Few
right there.
tears left. I can read the book.
Yeah, you can. 7:45 p.m.
All right.
Tonight.